The arts most of the time are thought of as music, dance, drama, and visual arts.
The divide here is really very distinctive. So there are a lot of education. There's a lot of educated people in music here, I think. But there aren't really jobs for full-time professional musicians here. So I think that in a lot of ways, if arts are appreciated, then they are cultivated too. But I also think that arts are very appreciated here. Every time I play somewhere, I'm congratulated on my performance. But also, I'm not sure of really how deep that appreciation goes.
I was selected for the Kentucky Ambassadors of Music, and I will be touring Europe and performing next month.
Last year I competed in the 2015 Congressional Art Competition and I got second place for the 5th region of Kentucky.
But beyond that, it's just used as an outlet for a lot of students, so it makes them a more well-rounded person. It gives them an avenue when that they probably couldn't otherwise express what emotion they're going through or what they're going through, particularly bad day. They can express it through music.
Before I was a color guard, I was really shy, and having to go out on the field taught me how to come out of my comfort zone and be a more social person, and now it's a lot easier to make friends and do things that I didn't really think I could do before.
I could agree with that too. I used to be really shy. I still kind of am. And two, I think art has given me an outlet to express myself that I don't think anything else probably could have. There's been a lot of people to doubt me, and I think art has been something that's I've kind of always fallen back on, so it's going to be that standing block.
I also think that it's good for people of a younger age to be able to see something that work accomplishes. You are, when you're playing, kids don't often think about what all you put into it. But if they're able to study arts, they'll be able to see how much you have to work to be a good artist.
Bringing the arts back to the Bell Theater is really something that we didn't realize how much of a need there was for that until we began. And just early into this, just a month in right now, we're already hearing, when's the barter going to be back? When are we going to have more bluegrass? And word of mouth is really spreading, and we're excited about the future of the theater because of the early success that we're already seeing. So there's obviously a need for it, and as we also turn toward tourism as one of our main focuses here in the future of our city, we can't wait for people to come from outside of Appalachia to stop and see Appalachia with the Wildlife Foundation and the zip line here in Pineville and all the things that we have to offer, but also taking the time to come and catch a little bit of local arts here at the Bell Theater.
The arts can be an influence positively just with the pure enjoyment of listening to music or watching a theater performance or watching someone dance or even going to a museum and just sitting and soaking in a painting. You get into the performing aspect of it as a performer would. There's so many more positive influences. It gives you better self-discipline, it teaches you practice skills, it relates to other aspects, other subjects.
When I first started being a color guard, I had absolutely no experience. I didn't really know anything, so my band director, he was like, well, maybe you should take some dance classes, and it was actually very helpful. I had to go to Corbin, and I only went a few times, but I learned a lot, and it's definitely helped me out on the field and in practices, and helping me to teach others when they come in what they're supposed to do, all that kind of stuff.
I didn't have very much trouble finding a place to get some help on the trumpet, but I go every week to the University of the Cumberlands in Williamsburg and see the trumpet professor and have about an hour and a half lesson.
There aren't a lot of opportunities around here to have actual helpful art classes or find someone who's actually really good that's willing to help you.
I was able to go to a better professor, I think, at the University of Tennessee, but negatively because it was 2 hours away, and so that was obviously difficult in transit and in just, we couldn't go there all the time. So it was about an every other week thing, which sort of stunted my growth a little bit, I think.
In order to be a better person or citizen, just an individual, you need to have knowledge and to be cultured. And art educates not just one subject, but all subjects.
It is statistically correct that people that are involved in the arts are more likely to be educated beyond high school or beyond a bachelor's degree usually.
It's like learning a language. Like, if you become aware of a few words, then you see it all around you. If you become knowledgeable about, I don't know, how to draw, like you suddenly see colors in a whole new way, it would enhance you and everyone around you in the whole region.
Renovation to the theater began in the summer of 2015, and they've taken about a year to take place, but in the very beginning we knew what our intentions were, and that was to make the theater more conducive to live performances and to visual arts, performing arts, as well as the classic movies that people had seen before that they wanted to come back and see movies. So with that being said, in the very beginning, as the renovation work began, so did the work of booking high quality venues from Appalachia. Actually, Anew, Virginia is the first that has joined on with the theater, and that's the Barter Theater in Anew, Virginia. They have signed through the summer of 2017 to use this theater as one of their branches in Appalachia. We're also working with the EKU Center for the Arts. We're working with Brushy Fork Institute at Berea College. We're working with the Lexington Children's Theater in Lexington, Kentucky, and so it's spread all throughout Appalachia. One of the first concerts that was booked here was Mountain Heart, which is a bluegrass band. I think that it is imperative to our community and the success and growth of our community that we do continue to look back at the culture that has made us who we are. The character of the community is so important to keep intact.